It's your girl Tamara, aka Girl from Harlem.
And this is Ray Daniels, aka the Culture Referee.
And this is the Guy Show.
And today, you know, we have a lot of independent artists, dreamers, executives, A&Rs that follow this show that are trying to figure out how to get on, trying to figure out why they don't have the answers. And some of them be in our DM saying, can y'all get back to giving us information on how to win? You know, so that's what this episode is called. The state of distribution, state of music industry. We got my brother, love this bro, Eddie Blackmon from AWOL, but I know him outside of AWOL, but he does have a job at AWOL Distribution. I do. Welcome, Eddie. And then we have my other brother, Dimitri, who is a genius marketer for artists. And I figured, I was like, Dimitri, can you just join this conversation? Let's just have some conversations about breaking artists. And that's what we're doing. Let's go.
All right.
Let's get started. And before we get started, like, subscribe, share, do everything. We are number 23 right now. And somebody gonna get fired if we ain't in the top 10 by the end of the month.
Save our jobs.
Somebody gonna get fired. We just said to Mary, we gotta save some people's jobs around here. Cause I don't understand why we ain't number one. Cause when we step out the house, when we step in the streets, they treat us like we number one.
Yeah, they love us.
Like Kenny Burns just announced today, they got the number one podcast. I didn't even ask him to say that. We was walking through the space, everybody like, I love you. It's like, why we not number one, guys? Right. Because y'all not liking, subscribing, so save the children. For
the record, I subscribe.
Exactly. So let's get into it, Tamira. Let's go.
About to start checking people's phones, make sure they subscribed. Okay, so I want to jump right into it. What is the biggest benefit of being an independent artist?
I think the biggest benefit of being an independent artist is that you can control things and do it on your own terms, right? Whether you're doing it through a DistroKid, a TuneCore, whether you're doing it through a more proper distribution company like an AWOL, Empire, et cetera, you can still, for all intents and purposes, do it on your own. Obviously, you own your masters, which is such a big conversation that, you know, is being had in the marketplace. So I think those are the big two differentiating like factors.
Okay, and as a marketer, if I'm a new artist and I'm independent and I don't have this big marketing budget, right? What's some of the lower hanging fruit? What's some of the easier ways I can make myself stand out?
Into the mic.
It'd be creating content, obviously, on social media. You got to create content, finding your target audience, not just having random people. You got to find the people that are directly looking for what you offer and what you sell. You know what I mean? And like not just going for volume. A lot of people be like, I need 100K or I need 200K or whatever. And it's like, no, you can make stuff happen with 5,000, 10,000 real hardcore fans that support you and stuff, and you can cultivate that. You don't have to be Drake or Kendrick to survive off your music and not treat it like a lottery ticket. You know, you can.
I would say this. Most artists' biggest problem is that they think there is something missing. They think that if I'm with Eddie or if I'm with this person that it's going to work out for me. They don't understand that you are a product. When we gonna put you on the stores like we put anybody else on the store. If they like you, they gonna show up. And if they don't like you, don't blame me.
Right.
Because I put the other guy at the store and they liked him. It's not. At some point in time, you gotta look in the mirror. Say,
I'm not doing something right.
I'm not doing something right. So that's what I would say. I think artists don't understand that it's so easy to win right now. The thing I think the biggest mistake I think most artists make is it's like I'm gonna tell you a story real quick. So we was kids. This is a funny story. We was kids and we was playing football and my best friend Boom Man. I'm sorry, I was laughing. So, you know, for some reason, you know, like the coin get flipped and then one team is much better than the other team and you just know we gonna get our ass whipped by them, right? Yeah. So I was on that team. We knew we was gonna get our ass whipped, right? But Boom Man was like, I'm gonna try. So one of the guys was running. Tico was running full speed. I'm not jumping in front of him. I ain't got no fucking crazy. We on concrete. Boom Man jumps in front of him and he jumps in front of him and he's holding him and he's trying to take him down. And we're all just watching. And like, after like 8 seconds of struggling, he just goes, somebody fucking help me, man. Somebody fucking help me.
So y'all was playing tackle?
We was playing tackle.
Oh, no, I was playing
sideline bump. Sideline pump.
Okay,
sideline pump.
Okay.
So he's a sideline. Yep. So he trying to tackle him. He just yelled, somebody fucking help me. That's what artists are doing. Instead of trying to tackle, instead of trying to do their part, they're like, somebody help me. And it's like, nobody's going to come help you. There's no help coming for nobody. Like and the funny thing is I really want Eddie here because I want to show the world that there's no real difference between a major and a distribution company. Except for you own it independent and a major is going to own it. But it's no real difference.
Yep.
Isn't there a real difference though? Isn't it like the monster or something?
10 years ago, there was a big difference.
Okay.
You say that, right? 10 years ago was a huge difference. Like 10 years ago, it was like 0 independent, 100
But
major.
what changed from 10 years ago to
Now it's like 50 to like 60.
Digital service providers.
Because all they're doing is providing services. The only thing a major label could offer you that an indie won't offer you is promo. Right? Digital marketing is, Dimitri does digital marketing. Like, that's nothing. Digital marketing, you can find anybody to do that. You don't need a label to do that. And you don't need PR. That's the dumb thing artists think they need. Artists think they need PR. You do not need PR. No disrespect to my PR community. Those are my friends.
I definitely went to college for PR.
But here's the thing, though. The reason why you don't need PR is because now the game is different. Where 10 years ago, you want to say, can you get me in XXL? Now, 10 years later, now you're like, can you get me on the Shade Room?
Yeah.
PR is the same thing. It's just one is a form of digital and one was in print. But you don't need PR.
You could make those connections yourself now. Like social media, you could DM XXL and see,
Yes.
or you can find the editors on LinkedIn and hit them directly. So I think social media is the biggest tool that kind of combats that independent versus major, because it's like I could kind of do that job with if I use my resources, which is social media, properly.
But go ahead.
Do you think artists? All right, so artists who don't have a big social media presence.
What's not big?
I think
Define
I think under 1,000 might like be a small number. If you tell me you do music and you show me your page and you don't have at least 1,000 followers, I just don't know nothing about the world. I would be like, you got to get yourself out there a little bit more.
Let me shed some light on that because it was interesting. I was going to the health food store a couple of weeks ago where my guy gives me all my juices and whatnot. And I walked in and there was a young artist in there. I didn't know he was an artist. My man Anthony was like, yo, this is such and such. He's an artist. And I said, oh, okay. So we got to talking for a minute. And I said, well, let me see your Instagram. And he showed it to me and he had probably 9 pictures on there. Nothing was related to music. And I said, my bro, you can't be a artist and not have, that's like your profile, your resume. It's like you handed me a blank piece of paper. It's like going to the barber shop and your barber ain't got no haircut. It's like, bro.
You're right. I'm sorry. I just caught up.
Yo, you
I just caught the shit. Oh, that's fucking funny as a motherfucker. I'm sorry. Let me use that. Go ahead.
I agree. I think your social media is your resume, and
Correct.
how that's the easiest way to get in front of people. So if you are an artist and you don't have your music on your page, if you don't have pictures from photo shoots or something or a performance, how can people know?
I was gonna say, I should be able to go to your page and in the first, 10 seconds, I should be able to understand if you're an artist, what you're selling, if you've been on stage and doing shows.
Everything.
Everything. I should be able to see that in 10 seconds. If I can't, there's an issue. Because a lot of times artists come in and they'll say, I need marketing. And it's like, you have all the resources. You have your TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever. You're getting all that feedback in real time. I can't see your DMs, right? I don't know what people are saying. So to come to us and say, oh, well, I need marketing, I say, well, you are your biggest advocate. You need to be your biggest, and that's the
problem.
issue.
That's the problem. They don't know that. That's the difference between major and indie. When you go indie, you know it's on me. When you go major, you think it's on them. But what you don't know is they ain't doing shit either. They really are sitting back behind closed doors saying, man, we really like Tamira, man, but I ain't gonna lie, her music is great. And Dimitri's music sucks, but Dimitri is getting busy with the social media. We gotta put that. They don't care. They don't care. What determines a great song? Honestly, if it's numbers, then we are fucked up because all the songs that we think are all the songs that are winning based on numbers, we think those are better. Those are not better. Those artists have just constantly went at it, tried again, and hit the algorithm lottery. And that's why when they get signed to a major label, they think, I'm good now. No, the fuck you ain't.
To add to what you said about the algorithm, to all the artists out there, you are the algorithm.
Yes.
So how you are, when people be like, man, it's only girls showing their ass on here and twerking all the time. No, that's what you looking at and you engaging with. So the algorithm is showing you.
I ain't gonna lie, the algorithm shows me women all day. I don't know why. And I don't know why. Like I go to my algorithm.
Are you double tapping on your
No, I don't. I'm like, why do you think I want to see this?
I'll give y'all a little way you can know what somebody looking at on Instagram. Go look at the Explore page. That'll show you everything that they normally are engaging with all the time. And if you want to change what's on there, you got to start interacting. Stop following all the big booty girls with BBLs and all that and start engaging with some content like this that's helping you move your career forward,
Exactly.
you're gonna start seeing more executives, more positive content and stuff. But if you're not, you just scrolling and you looking. Instagram is watching your watch time, how long, your scroll speed, how long you looking at something, what you like and what you comment. Their whole job is to keep you on the platform, to keep you glued to the screen.
To keep your attention.
So they know all of our social medias, all of our Instagrams look totally different. What we looking at and what we see, we all on the same platform, but our perspective of it is all different because of based on what we engaged in for the past 5-10 years. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So,
Now you're right, and like at the end of the day, artists want to be kids so bad. The only time they become adults is when they making money and they winning. Then they adults. When they start off, they your baby. Wow. I'm hungry. You can't only know how to feed yourself. I need this. I need this. I need this. As soon as they start winning, what are you here for? Why am I paying you again? What do you do? Like, I'm the one that did all this.
Yeah.
And for me, it's like, but that is why the ecosystem is so messed up. Because they're so busy trying to cut you out. They're not understanding that they need you to keep pushing them up. Just because you, like, how many artists were making money 3 years ago that can't get no money right now? Like, think about it, right? Like, Lil Pump, like, I was thinking about him yesterday. I'm like, what the fuck happened to him? Like, he was hard, Rolls Royces, cars, everything. But he lived in the moment. He lived in the success. And now, we forgot about him.
well, to add to that, the label that signed them, the Lights Global,
Yeah.
is a social media slash.
Yes,
you know,
I gave him their first deal, Dooney and
with
Miguel.
Dooney, he's done a couple records, the Juju on that beat. They know how to make things go viral, make them moments happen. So they pick certain people. So yeah, Pump, no disrespect to him, but let's say he doesn't have the longevity that maybe Jay-Z got, right? Or the value and the substance that he gonna provide. So it's like, yeah, Gucci Gang, you can get us one time and we like, oh, that's cool. 1 verse, 2 hooks, song 1.5 minutes. But it's like, you could trick us once. You're not gonna be able to trick us 2, 3, 4 times if you ain't really got
I
it.
agree.
You know what I mean?
And that's why I think we are going to have a hard time building superstars, the superstars that we know, right? The Beyoncés, the Drakes, the Weekends, the, whomever. I don't know if we're going to be able to see those next level of artists because the market is so watered down. And where are we going to be at in 3 to 5 years?
We haven't seen him.
Correct. It's very hard to keep consumers' attention.
Yes.
Can I add to that? Like, what I've noticed is like back in the day when we all came up, it was 3 ways you could hear an artist. It was magazine, it was TV, and radio.
Yep.
If we saw you in the Source and saw it, we was like, oh, go buy it. We
gotta
saw
be
you on
famous
Rap
in the
City, the
Source.
basement, I'm gonna go buy the album. I did that so many times. Just was at Circuit City Tuesday buying albums.
Yep.
Oh, here goes Scarface and Lil Wayne album too. Oh, I'm gonna buy this too. Now it's like Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat. It's like artists are fragmented so many places. Everybody's attention isn't in 3 places. It's 3 million places now. So it could be people cracking and popping, and you're like, wait, who's this? I've never even heard of them. People selling out shows. You're like, I don't even know who this is.
How
Like,
many people are selling out shows that you see the line and you ride by the venue and you're like, who the fuck, who is that person? Why they got all these kids standing outside?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something crazy. So I do a lot of international traveling.
Start.
Just a little sprinkle.
Says the guy who I was in Paris
Right.
when Usher got the call. Oh, I'm stunting now. But I was in Spain for a few weeks this past summer, and I was moving around a little bit, and I was in Madrid, and it's crazy that Madrid is authentically Spain, right? And when I do international traveling, I really like to get into what's going on in the culture. And I'm riding around in taxis and Ubers and Shazamming, and I'm Shazamming a lot of music that is non-English speaking. But you go to Shazams and it's got bigger Shazams than some artists here, and I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. And then you go to Barcelona, and Barcelona is like a mixture between Madrid and, to a certain point, like Ibiza. And you hear Prince, you hear Michael Jackson, you don't hear Lil Somebody.
Yeah.
Right.
And so when artists come and they say, I want to be the biggest artist in the world, I'm like, well, first of all, do you have a passport?
Start there.
Some real shit.
Let's start there. But second of all,
Damn.
you haven't even... I'm 2
That's
for 2,
cold,
right?
bro. That's
I'm 2
cold.
for 2.
That's cold, bro.
I'm 2 for 2.
You have a passport? No. You don't want to be the biggest artist in the world. You playing games.
I'm serious, right? But when you think about that, right, there is a real level that you have to get to be the biggest artist in the world. Like when I was in Spain, I was staying at a hotel, and there was another black couple that was there. Like, yeah, we saw some sprinters and a whole bunch of people pop. It looked like somebody important. Come to find out, it was Weekend. Weekend was touring.
Yeah.
Right. So he did Madrid, he did Spain. He was on his world tour. But Weeknd didn't just wake up on Friday.
That
That was another joke. Could you catch it?
Yes.
I like it.
He didn't wake up on Friday and then be the biggest artist in the world on the
You're the
weekend.
greatest light skin jokes of all time. You're the light skin joke king. I love it.
Just want to make sure you got 3 for 3 now. But again, my point is that takes time. And the problem now is that everybody wants to be in the I need my success and fame quickly. That's a lot of the issues that I see when artists come in, because by and large, when you do an independent situation, it's a very short-term deal. But the reality is that it takes a long term to become have a sustainable career. Like, I've worked with John Legend for the majority of my career. Like, you know, he didn't just wake up and like, oh, I'm John Legend. That's 20 to 25 years. Like, I was in the studio when he told Kanye, yo, I think All of Me could be the biggest song of my career.
Oh, wow.
That was 10 years ago. We released that album in August of 2013.
Shit. That's crazy. You just said something that just really just hit me. I know the problem. You don't even know you let me to solve the problem. Here's the problem. The problem is with music, and it's not just music, it's TV, film, it's everything. It's everything. The problem is that we can watch everything on demand. We do everything at our leisure, right? I can, like, my favorite show, I watch Billions, comes out Sunday at 10 p.m. I watch that shit Friday night when it's released. I watch it when I want. I don't think I've ever watched Billions Sunday at 10 p.m., right? I don't have to worry about the radio. I listen to what I want to listen to. So everybody has been spread out. The only difference between TV and film, and why they're thriving and we aren't, is because the people that are in TV and film have education, have been educated.
And you still have to go to the movies.
No, but it's not even. It's bigger than that. They're educated. They are smarter. Music people are down here when it comes to how they think. They just because that's rock star shit. But look at it like this. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that smarter. Hulu, Netflix, HBO Max, Showtime every time, Stars, Paramount Plus, Peacock. Dog, you want me to keep going? Prime Video, Disney. I forgot about Disney. Just give me one more to get to 10.
Netflix.
No, I said Netflix already. No. Tubi.
Love Tubi. Love
Tubi. Now here's what I just said.
Yeah.
Now,
diversity.
there are 150,000 songs uploaded a day, right? And yet there's still only one Spotify, one Apple Music, one of those, right? Like YouTube, right?
And let me just interject. How many editors are there? Because everybody wants playlisting.
Yes.
Do you think that like there are 150,000 editors that are listening
13.
to? And what do you have to tap into? The algorithm.
Yep. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But look at it like this. I just gave you 10 places where Hulu might have something Netflix might not have. Peacock, they have made it where you're going to have to pay for all of this shit. Yeah. If you want it. In the music business, you could just pay for one DSP and get everything you want for $9.99. Right? See what I mean by low vibrational?
I wish we could charge what we wanted for our songs. I wish we could just be like, my single's $50. Like, and if you listen to it, hey, the streams get, like, why is it 99 cents, $1.29? Why? That is the most annoying thing to me about the music.
That's what I'm saying.
How do you just place it like, this is the value, $1? What? Like, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But if you look at it like this, I have all these options. And mind you, all of those options I named has original content. Yeah. And if you want to see that, you're going to pay for that. Music is not like that. Music is like, so now I got to listen to your song on demand. Now I listen to your song when I want to. This is what I'm saying. When I heard a song I liked, I bought the single or the album, right? If I bought the album, I bought it for your song, but all y'all song gonna get the same amount of money. So everybody getting rich, right? Yeah. Now, and here's the other thing. It's in the store. I see 4 CDs. Let me grab this shit now before I come back tomorrow and there don't be none here and I don't want to get it. Scarcity. Now, I can listen to your shit when I want to. Exactly. How I want to, when I want to. I can laugh at your shit and you still get paid to stream for it because I just listen to it to laugh. So now there's no shock and value. There's no, this is on this album. I have every song in the world in my hand right now. Every song I can listen to at any time. So why the fuck am I rushing to listen to yours? Why am I rushing to listen to yours? I listen to it what I fucking want to. Bro, I love that TV show on HBO Max, what's it, Winning Time, about the Lakers. Love that show. I'm not starting season 2 until it's over. Yeah. It's at my motherfucking leisure.
But why do you love the show?
because it's dope. I love the show because it's dope. I love the fact it's storytelling. It's true story. It's a lot of stuff in it. It's a true story, number one. That's what I love the most. That it's a true story. But my thing is that I can still watch Winning Time when I won. The HBO doesn't give a fuck. Because if you're going to watch it next month, you're going to watch it the month after next, you still going to pay us $10.99 a month to keep access to watch it.
Exactly.
Right?
And I'm gonna go deeper than that. It's because the Lakers are a brand. Right? The Lakers are a brand. Think about that. Oh, Magic, this, that. Like, you have an affinity. You have a connection with those things. So when Chris Brown drops a 35-song album, there's a reason that people are going to listen to a 35-song album. I can barely get through a 5-song album.
Bro, I better can get through 30 seconds of a song. Now you want me to listen to 35 songs?
35 songs?
Literally, you just took the water and spread it everywhere and said, maybe a seed to grow somewhere. I mean, but if not, it's all mine. It might rain 18 years from now. I'm still going to get my money because there's no urgency. There's no, and here's the part why labels suck. Not distribution companies, but labels suck because they know it's no urgency. They can, the only thing that the labels can do that everybody else can't do is they can play the wait game. We'll just wait it out. We signed Tamira today in 2013 for $2 million, and we wrote that off. And then 2026 comes up, and her song goes viral.
When you say write off, what do you mean write off?
Meaning they have to spend the money. Oh, you want me to expose that? You want me to expose that?
Yeah, please do.
Okay, cool.
I want you to.
Want me to expose it? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Let me give y'all something that y'all got to know about these labels. Is that they have to spend the money. They have to spend the money. They have to.
On what?
Because on artists. Okay. So when you thinking they give me $3 million, dog, they have to spend the money, because if they don't spend the money, it goes into the fiscal year next year, and it looks like, well, you guys, I gave you a budget of $100 million, but you only spent 60. We're gonna cut your budgets down to 60 this year. So they gotta spend the money. They have to. That's what artists don't understand. They give me $3 million. They have to spend. You know what it's like, Tamira? This is what labels are doing. Because of catalog, every year they're getting $200 million, let's say. And they're like, at the roulette table, and they're like, okay, let's bet on red, bet on black. Oh, I like this guy. I think he's gonna be, so let's put $2 million on him. He ain't got nothing going on, but we think he's talented. Let's put 100,000 on him and see what happens. And all they doing is staking their bets. But they know for a fact that the same catalog that they got paid for this year, they're gonna get paid for next year. So they have time. They don't give a fuck. They're like,
because the money's coming.
The money is coming, and not only is the money coming, I have to spend it.
And usually what, 2%, 5%, hopefully, of the artists that they investing into hit. Like if you put a bunch of money on at the roulette table, one of them is gonna hit. If you put money on everything, you just lost on all that other stuff, but you like, cool, I won on this one.
Yeah, that's
so
what
it's
I'm saying.
Like they win with Beyonce and they put out all these other artists.
That's how they used to do it. Now what they're doing is they're staking their bets based on the algorithm.
It's all on
so
attention.
So they say like, oh, those girls are going viral. Let's give them $1
Exactly.
million. We know we're gonna get that back over a certain amount of time. But here's the fucked up part. With those girls are excited. Oh my God, a label wants to sign me. They love me. The girl was in my room. She don't love you. She has to sign you because she knows for a fact she's gonna spend $1 million on you, and over the next 36 months, they're gonna get $1.3 million back or $1.4 million. They already know that. That's why they're giving you $1 million. But you, like I said, they have the time.
This is the part where
The record labels are playing the bank game. Like, we'll lend you money. You pay us back over the next few years. That's what they're doing. But the only difference is that they own your shit.
it's like when we saw all the artists we watched and stuff, it was super talented artists that we saw on TV and stuff. Now, because of that social media algorithm, labels just looking at numbers. Like, what's your social media following? How many Spotify lists? They don't even care how good the music is and stuff. So then when you have people like me that know how to manipulate the algorithm and manipulate numbers and stuff like that, it's like this kind of where we get to where we are, where it's not the best artist, it's the most popular artist that we're hearing.
Or
and
it's the
people that
artist-
know how to manipulate numbers and get the clout part of it, and then the labels don't know any better, and they like, hey, y'all see his number, sign him.
Or it's the artists that don't understand that part is just as important as recording and putting music out. That's the artists really think, I put my music out, I just want to sing. No, bro, you have to be the promo engine for it.
Everything.
Dog, I don't care. Listen, I only started this podcast to show artists. I treat this podcast like I would treat an artist. The God Show is my artist. Like that's really what it is. It's like I'm gonna show y'all how to do it. I'm gonna put out snippets. I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna try this. But every day I'm gonna do something, bro. We were literally recording and start trying to record, and everybody's like, "Ray, get out your phone." I'm like, "Bro, I got to post right now. That's my fucking job." And I just can't post anything because I have to be super intentional. Every time you can put a song out and say, man, this shit is the dopest shit in the world. You can put a song out and say, hey man, I made this song for my mother and I think it's important. But one is gonna make me listen and one is gonna make me not give a fuck. That's why you gotta put as much thought into your song as you put into what you're posting and what you're saying about what you're posting. All that I'm cool shit, all that. Me, it's up. Okay, cool. Let's see how far that goes.
Yep.
It's up. Okay. Meanwhile, this guy's over here is like, man, I did this. Remember, it's a guy that wrote a book 20 years ago, however long it was, 20 years ago. And a little girl was like, I just want y'all to support my dad. He wrote this book. He thinks it's important. 15, however long later, the book goes #1. Because a girl gave us a reason. Remember, it was like maybe like 8 months ago.
I seen that.
Book goes #1 because a girl was like, my dad really cares and this is what he is. That's your storytelling. Yeah. It's telling you how you view the story. I always tell people, I'm like, if I told you I have a movie, I think I might have did this to you. If I did, stop me because I don't want to waste the time. If I told you a movie, I tell y'all, a movie about two brothers where one brother is jealous of the other brother. So he sends his friends to kill him. And then he tries to kill his brother's son too, but his brother's son runs away, comes back a man and kills his uncle.
Lion King.
The fucking Lion King.
Oh.
It could sound like The Godfather too, though.
I'm over
You're
here
like,
like,
that's
hey,
what
this is
I'm-
gangsta.
No,
I was like, oh.
That's my point.
like-
See,
That's
this
the
is why
Lion King.
traumatized
That's
me
but that's
as a
my
kid,
point.
but that's another story.
It doesn't matter. It's the story.
The story.
It's how I can present it to you like that, where you like, damn, this shit sound like a Robert De Niro movie. No,
But it's two things I think.
Jason Weaver playing Simba.
It's two things going on.
Shout out to my brother
Because y'all
Jason
talking
Weaver.
about a moment and maximizing moments, because that's something that we said, and then we got storytelling, right? So I think that what brings longevity are artists who know how to tell a good story, and then we have these kind of popcorn artists who know how to just maximize a moment. So I think that right now with TikTok and all these places where people could kind of just maximize a moment and get like a hit song on TikTok Billboard now, because now we got TikTok Billboard.
TikTok Billboard, they're gonna be off that.
they
You
crazy
about to
with
give
that
your
now.
money, about to go over. Everybody's gonna want to get that.
So
TikTok
is
Billboard.
but is TikTok Billboard, is it gonna help or hinder the state of current hip hop and music?
It doesn't matter. No, I know what you. I'm not saying it to be like an asshole. I'm saying
No.
it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is green, dollars and cents. And what people like myself, Eddie and Dimitri, and even you and Don and all of us care about is we don't have a problem with the charts. We just want the music to be better.
That's all.
Yeah.
And the only way that music is going to be better is if the kids that are actually talented do what the influencers who aren't talented do. That's
I want
another part of their job.
I want to tap into that, and then something that you said as well is one of the hardest parts of what I do is having to look at an artist and decipher what kind of deal I want to set up. And why is that? It's because there's Spotify numbers. There's, well, what's the monthly listeners? Well, how many people are following? It's very formulaic. Is that a word?
Yeah.
Yeah, formulaic.
You like
make
you
it
can make
one.
words up, my
Yeah.
nigga. It's all good.
It
I
took
like
me 7 years.
formulaic.
It took me
Dark-skinned
seven.
nigga
It
can
took me
never.
7 years to get my college degree.
Formulaic.
Please,
I like
excuse
it.
me.
Formulaic.
And so Spotify, when I first started doing what I'm doing, I would try not to go to Spotify because the numbers are right in your face.
Yes.
And that automatically
Skews.
it skews you and says, oh, this is good or this is not good, right? I used to go to Apple Music. Now I just succumb like I gotta go to Spotify. And so if I see, oh, it's got 200 monthly listeners. Oh, let me dig in. Oh, this song has 5.4 million plays. Oh, it must be good. And so it starts to fuck with you a little bit because you're like, is this good or is it not good? And you have to remove yourself. You have to remove your ego from it, right? Because there's this Caucasian rapper that's doing drill music,
Oh, wow. Okay.
and he lives on the Upper East Side of New York City.
Coming out of Manhattan.
It's like when Slim Jesus popped up.
Is he using the N-word?
Nah.
No, he's
Okay. All right.
Not that bad.
he's not that.
he ain't
no,
that
no.
I'm just
But-
just people's bold.
He ain't that bold.
But the numbers are there. But just the idea of those three things that I said, a nice young Caucasian man who lives on the Upper East Side doing drill music.
Yep.
All three of those things are like triple
Opposites.
whammies. But everybody a few months ago was having a conversation around him. And so I would be doing a disservice to the company if I wasn't a part of that conversation. Even though to my core, I was like, I
No.
don't want to be having this damn conversation.
I seen him on
By the
Twitter.
way, I just want to stop right there. If that's the most important statement made today. What he just said, because there are going to be people out there that judge us and say, you guys are signing this bullshit. Look what he just said. It's bullshit. But I have to do it because it's my job is to bring in money. My job is not to bring in high quality shit that is going to matter to the world because I think so. No, the data's in your face right now.
But this the other thing, like we know, how do you know to trust those numbers? People can manipulate, faking streams.
That's where you gut.
You know what I mean? So
right?
that's where you kind of have to be like, you can't just judge it off that. It's like, I don't know. I feel like longevity artists are always better, right? If you're gonna have the flash in the pans, one hit wonders and stuff, but yeah, so many things can be manipulated in on social media. You can't take it for face value. You almost have to trust what your instinct more so is the intrinsic
100%.
part of it. You know what I mean? Because it will skew you. You hear a song, you're like, this song only got 500 plays and he got 1,000 monthly listeners. You're like, ain't nobody listening. But you're like, damn, this kind of go. But then you see somebody with 2 million monthly listeners, you're like, this is garbage. But you will pick that one because you feel like you can miss out on the next 50 Cent or the next Nelly or whoever it is who's like the real one that could, if they really had that look and that, you know, whatever it is that they need.
But let me ask you, who defines that though? I think that's the hard part of the game right now.
I was just
Go ahead, yeah.
I was going to interject and say, y'all going to look at me crazy, but I passed on Ice Spice.
Oh, my
When?
sissy.
When though?
You know how I feel about Icy.
long
May
ago?
of last year.
Where was she at in the process?
Shit.
Right after
Munch was out.
Right after
Munch
Munch.
was out.
Munch was out.
Oh wow.
Wasn't really moving like that. I'm going to give you 3 names. I'm going to give you 3 artists.
Okay.
And it wasn't that I didn't like the song. It's that the deal that they were looking for didn't make sense. And that's why.
Oh, I get you.
But see, this is why I wanted Eddie on the show.
Oh,
Because
just let me give you 2 more. I'm going to give you 2 more, then we can get into it.
Please.
I passed on Armani White 4 years ago. I don't even know if Billie Eilish was really around 4 years ago, but I passed on him. Right?
But what was the reason for that one?
I think it was too early. I think I just got there, and so I wasn't really all the way into it.
Timing
Right?
is everything.
And I passed on Lola Brooke and damn, what's her record?
Don't play with it.
Don't play with it.
But-
But that again was because the deal was too expensive. Not that I didn't, and that record was out
Yeah.
for a while. So my point is,
That's why, by the way, that's why major labels are still winning. Because they have the money to spend and they have to spend it. That's why go ahead. I'm sorry, finish.
and it's not that I couldn't spend the money. I need to be able to justify why I'm spending that amount of money
And how you gonna get it back?
and how you're going to get it back in such a short amount of time.
Because these artists out here, the music is funny. I think me and you were just talking about this. This is funny because artists this is the only game where artists will be like, I want $3 million, but I want to own the master on the 12-month license. I don't want no 360. I want my stuff back, and I need to make sure that you give me promo the whole entire staff to blow me up.
It's YouTube University and all that stuff. Like, they listen to all this information that's out there, and now they think they know what they got to walk in and what you got to give me. Like, I want my masters. I want no deal less than this. I want that. And it's just like you said, I think it's about really knowing that artist and what deal is going to work best for that artist. Like, everybody can't get
It's
everything.
only because the product talks back.
Yes.
If you go to Shark Tank, you're like, man, I want 100,000 for 20% of my business. You just gave me the valuation. You told me your business is worth $500,000, right? You see what I'm trying to say? It's a true valuation. This is the only business where we pull numbers out the sky.
Yeah.
Where you get that number from? Like, the favorite question to ask somebody is, where you get that number from?
This is what I say, and then I'm going to ask you a question. I say, tell me what you want and tell me what you need, because those are 2 separate things.
Always.
You may want $1 million, but I know you only need 100,000. So let me figure out how we can meet somewhere in the middle and do that situation. There's this country artist that I was in the middle of a conversation with in terms of a deal. He, and I want you to tell me what you think. He did probably about 5 million streams in less than a month on this one song. He had 2 songs out,
wow.
right?
Okay.
And it was going probably like 400,000 a week. It's probably now 3 months out, I think almost at 17, 18 million. How much do you think that deal?
18 million total
Streams
or 17, 18
in 3
million
months
a week?
No. Total right now.
somebody has 17 million streams. They doing about 500,000. Is the song good? Are you signing more than one song?
It was for a project. It was for that song and another song that he had out. It was just him and
so just for one project, and those 2 songs are on it.
Yeah, an EP.
How much are they gonna own?
70%. Well, they own the whole
70%?
thing, but it was just a license. It was a license
70%.
for 70-30. Actually, sorry, it was like 80-20. Excuse me, 75-25 for whatever 3 years, 4 years.
Is the song good? Mm-hmm. I would say anywhere between 300 to 400K, based on you saying the song is good, because that means that I can push this song or put it in certain places and get my money back.
That nice country young man from Austin, Texas, was asking for $75,000.
That's good. That's amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah, John.
Amazing.
My point is,
We be
if it was a rapper,
$1 million.
was
Right.
and again, that's why when I say I passed on Ice Spice and I passed on this and I passed on that, it was because I couldn't justify the numbers. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, what our community does is we try to take advantage. We think that this is I'm going to get rich. Mm-hmm. No, this is the first or second or third step to get there, right? Let me help you. You can't come in here asking for, you can do whatever you want to. But when you come in here asking for all this, I can't justify that.
It's like, did you see that clip of Scarlett when she was talking to Vlad?
Yeah,
and he was talking to her about
She got
publishing
paid back,
and all that, and like she turned down the deal, and he was like, you got to pay her back, right? And her face was just like,
she didn't even
what?
know that.
Like she had no idea.
By the way,
these people just be
I had a
learning
meeting with
shit.
her too.
I'm like, bro, this is
30
crazy.
seconds
I didn't pass on it. I gave them a deal at that time when the record was really starting to move and everybody was on it. I was like, let me put this deal together. She obviously ended up going to do another deal, but the manager, who is not the manager anymore, hit me on the text and was like, yo, man, I just want to let you know, like, you were the realest person that we had a conversation with, and we learned so much about the business in that hour and 10 minutes that we sat with you.
The major labels are like Gucci, Louis, very expensive brands. And artists feel like it's like the concept of wearing it. Like, I wear this expensive brand, people gonna think I have money and I have value, right?
It's like the kids with the chains, like Rock Nation chain or like
No,
the
I'm
Meek Mill chain.
I'm saying
matters.
They
want
artists
the
to me,
brand.
they just want to show I'm better. It's like that hood mentality where you like, nigga, I don't care if you got Gucci and we all in the hood, you know that, right? Like, you know we all are in the
fly going
projects,
back to the
right?
projects.
I don't care if you got Gucci on or not. You're going to apartment 4C,
still
right?
gotta
And
step
nigga,
on
I'm
the
going to
piss.
apartment 8A, nigga. Don't fucking play with me, nigga. Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
for sure.
It's that's what it really is. Like for me, it's like I had to believe in myself. I had to tell myself that what I was doing is working. I had to every day because, bro, the God show wasn't Gucci. It was H&M. And I'm like, yeah, I think I can make this shit fresh though. I think I can make this shit fresh. And as I get better, I'll invest more into it. And I didn't want it now. I literally treated it like it was an artist. Like, I'm like, I remember when we first started, August of last year, I sat down and I said, guys, it's going to take us a year to get monetized, because that's what YouTube says. It takes the average person a year. 4,000 hours and 1,000 subscribers. Bro, we had like 18 subscribers. I'm like, nigga, I'm gonna put the money up. We're gonna be straight. Let's just get to this year and then get monetized. We was monetized a month later. But I was prepared for a year. See what I'm trying to say? Like, and I think that you just gotta prepare for the long haul. And if it comes in 18 months, if you got a 36-month plan that come in 18 months, thank God. But if it comes in month 35, you gave God a chance to enter the room. You got to give God a chance to enter the room. You got to give the universe a chance to line things up for you. And everybody just wants it so bad now, and that's why they fucking up. And I ain't gonna lie to you, it's hard. It's hard. The hardest part is being patient.
And it's only going to get harder. That's the problem.
Yeah, and they think it's harder. They think it's easier once you have money, but then that creates a whole other monster. Monsters is coming. So I'll be looking at them. And I'm like, bro, like, you just got to believe in yourself. Like, I don't want to get into that because he's actually with us, but I hate when artists feel like they got to say, I got signed to feel good, to say, look, I got signed, I'm dope. Motherfucker, I am dope whether I'm signed or not. I am dope whether this A&R likes me or this A&R. I am fucking dope because I am fucking dope. And if you can't walk in that power, sometimes people make you feel like they so fucking dope that you question your own fucking judgment.
Yeah, you're like, am I
This
slipping?
nigga just said,
Right.
this is the dopest shit I ever heard in my life. It's not, it's mid to me, but let me listen. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
One of the things I think that we need to level set on is the semantics that we use in the music business. What do I mean by that? Single, album, EP, virality.
Yes.
You know, what you think is viral is something that you may not think and you may think could be viral, right? And so when we sit in meetings, we're like, oh, that went viral. Like, what does that actually mean, right? Even and what triggered that was signing. I don't like to use that word in the distribution space because it's more of a partnership.
Exactly.
You're not signing anything over to us. I mean, even the concept of when people say upstream, right? Well, why does upstream? Everybody thinks that upstream is the good and right thing to do, and it's like not necessarily, because we're seeing a lot of success with independent artists that are making hundreds of $1,000s a month, and I bet your favorite rapper's rapper is not making that much money signed to a major label. And by the way, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with at a major, at an independent, like whatever. You know, some people like McDonald's, some people like
Burger King.
Burger King.
I don't know. Chick-fil-A.
I was thinking of
else?
fancy restaurant in
Oh.
LA.
Oh,
I mean, in
Mastros.
Atlanta.
Nobu.
Mastros.
Oh, Mastros.
Sorry, I'm in Atlanta, not LA.
Mastros.
Mastros.
Okay.
Nobu. Thank you. It's all food at the end of the day.
You're gonna get full the same way I always say that. I say that too, by the way. I'm like, McDonald's sold 1 billion burgers, and Mastros is like, we're gonna sell 300 steaks tonight.
Yeah.
They both successful as fuck.
And I bet you they both making the same amount of money.
Yeah. I agree. I totally agree.
Wait, if I'm an artist and I'm walking in to do a deal, what factors should go into how much money I'm asking for? So I know we mentioned like Spotify, monthly listeners and things like that, but what other things should I be like bringing to the table, presenting to make sure that I get a good deal?
It's a good question. First of all, I think it's about being realistic of where you're at in your career.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
It's very challenging. Like I said, if they would have came in and said, "Yo, we want X amount," here you go. And by the way, what they were asking, I'm sorry, I'm talking about Ice Spice. When they came in and they were asking for what they were asking for, now, you know, a year and a half later, they've been like, "Oh, here, let me double that." Yeah, of course, it made sense. It's water under the bridge, obviously, at this point. But it's really about, listen, the music business right now is so. It's an even playing field, and when I say that is,
Thank you.
It's very easy. You got to think about this, and I'm going to go back to your question. You got to think about when everybody was in COVID. Nobody could do anything, whether you were Beyonce or Boo Boo the Fool on the corner.
100%.
When nobody touring, when nobody, and everybody, and that's when all of the obviously the DSPs, we got to push, we need playlists, we need playlists, whatever, right? And so I think that's where the mindset changed. It's like, oh, I got 100,000 followers on Spotify, or I have, you know, this many. Listen, it's a million streams by and large equates to $3,500 in gross revenue. It's a math equation.
What I would say,
Everybody in here can do that math.
6 to 9 months later.
and I would say this: you have 1,000 followers, find a way to make those 1,000 followers spend $1,000 with you. You know how much money that is? $1 million. So now you just made $1 million off of 1,000 followers, rather than trying to get 10 million people to stream your song to make $35,000.
That's exactly what I try to tell artists and stuff. Like, look, if you build, I help build their social media up, get them numbers up, right? Get them a target audience. You connect with those fans. If you figure out a way, and subscription models is a good way too. Just like we talked about all them subscription monthly things, as an artist, you should look into creating a subscription model. But long story short, if you have 5,000 people that pay you $200 a year, say you put out 3 projects a year, break that down to $70 each project. Outside of the music, sell a hat, a T-shirt. If you smoke weed, put your album on a weed rolling tray. If you a girl, take 12 pictures, make a calendar, sell that to all the dudes that think you so fine. Stop trying to be like, I need 1 million streams and all that. If you do that, 5,000 people paying you $200 a year, that's $1 million.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want. People gonna be beating down your door trying to sign you and work with you and do whatever. So it's like people need to start doing business and like stop just looking at the visions of grandeur of like,
You know who was early on that?
numbers.
Ryan Leslie.
Man,
hell
I
yeah.
follow him a lot. I
Brilliant.
would look up to him.
Ryan
a lot.
was on
Love
that
Ryan.
years
Superphone,
ago.
Superphone. I'm be heavy on
before
that
it was
type of stuff.
Superphone. It was something else before Superphone. He was going overseas selling his album for
Yeah.
20. It was just simple
Creating
math.
experiences for people.
Correct.
Hey, come party with me at my party. I'm renting out this castle. I only want 100 of my top fans in. It's $100 a ticket. 100 people pay you $100. That's 10 bands. Go rent the castle for $3,000. Go pay a videographer $1,000. Get the DJ for $1,000. You got 5 in your pocket. Now film it, then run ads on that content. Other people gonna be looking like, who is this nigga? What is he?
Gave
He's
them a
throwing
game.
parties in the castle, and who are these people? It looks crazy to people, and
Perception.
you have to, like, yeah, people just don't get that part of it. It's so simple, like. It's not easy, but it's simple to do, and the tools are out there.
It's not easy. Here's another thing that I want to say: artists are fucked up because they're so worried about the fucking business. The business comes after you master the job.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you worrying about mastering the business? You ain't mastered the job. I hate that. Like, bro, I swear to God, I had no idea how to do a podcast, what to do. I had no idea. And everybody's like, you gotta like this, gotta like that. I was like, Tamara, ask me a question. I could show you guys videos of me recording this same podcast with a mic that is not plugged in.
Yeah, like
Because in my mind, it's like, I'm just unafraid to
Yeah,
try. I'm
exactly.
unafraid. I'm like, I know, but they might not know. So when I think about, artists, I'm like, artists have to decide. You have to decide. You're one of two artists. You're one or two artists. Either you are a true artist in the essence, where you want to be creative and have a team of people that handle your business. Now, I'm not saying that is going to work for you, because you might have fucked up people on your team. But you know what gets you through fucked up people? Being great.
Mm-hmm.
Being
Yeah,
great gets you through.
undeniable.
Being great gets you through every fucked up deal, every fucked up opportunity, every fucked up person in your life. Being great gets you past all of that, right? That's the first thing. Or be the businessman. It's only two types of artists: the businessman or the artist that's like, I just want to be an artist and find someone to do that. But you ain't owning shit. But your likelihood, what you should. But I'm not about to fucking come and do, how much Don Vito taught me this. You know how much my time is worth? Fuck the money I lost. I lost time, nigga.
Yeah.
On you.
Most
And I
valuable
can't
commodity.
get that back.
yeah, you can get the money back.
And you think you gonna own this shit with me? Man, you better sit your motherfucking ass down and wait until this shit works out, and then we can talk. By that time, I got my money back and now it's working. That's the problem. Everybody has access to too much information. Dog, I just feel like that's why I wanted to do this conversation, because people just don't understand. There's no difference. If you sign the AWOL or if you sign the Def Jam, it's no difference because Def Jam's gonna give you more money and take a bigger percentage. But when it's time to roll your shit out, they're gonna outsource everything. And so is AWOL.
It's really about just when you get the money. Are you
Not always.
beforehand, or you
We
gonna
got a
get
full
after? That's
staff.
the biggest
Oh yeah, full
thing.
staff. I mean, but they have a full staff too. But they be outsourcing like a motherfucker. You know that they outsource you. They outsource you.
Live example.
I'm gonna be real.
Right here.
I've had Atlantic come to me and be like, "Hey, we need you to put X amount of views on." I ain't gonna say the artist's name, but hey, we need you to put X amount of views on these 2 music videos. Here's 3,500, and we dropping the videos here. Why would they do that? To keep the perception of this artist as big as it is and boost the numbers up. So when a fan goes and looks in 3 days and so got 600,000 views in 3 days, like you said, this must be cracking. This got to be good. They brainwashed to
FOMO.
believe that it's good.
Deception.
You know what I
FOMO.
mean?
But,
So
the,
it's
but
like
the problem with that is when it comes time to sell those hard tickets,
exactly.
because you can't
And you
manipulate
can't-
that.
and you
Exactly.
You can't
beat
manipulate
that.
someone going and buying a $20 ticket and then a
Exactly.
$30 merch item and then a $50 meet and greet.
Exactly.
You got dog.
There's a reason that Beyonce got made $800,000 trillion on this tour.
Yes.
trying to tell you.
I just say this, man. If you want to do it, if you want to be an artist, man, I just want you to know that there's no difference. You are the engine, whether you you're the engine whether you're independent or you're the engine whether you're on a major. It's just when you're independent, you get way more money on the back end, and when you're with a major, you don't get no royalty. I don't know one artist that has ever received a royalty check from streaming. I'm willing to bet money Drake has never received a royalty check. He hasn't. Why you think they gave him $2 billion? Why you think they gave him $500 million?
Oh, because
Why
they
you think
keep
they
all
did
of
that?
that.
Huh? Dog.
Oh, they
Artists
want
don't
the
get
back
royalties.
end. Like,
They
oh.
get advances. Because guess what comes with an advance? I need more work from you. When Drake announced, when everybody said Drake got $500 million, I said it. I said, oh, that nigga gonna be dropping albums twice a year. Has he? Since he dropped about 4 albums so far.
You gotta get the product out.
Because now they like, but what he didn't know was that they gave you your money. They just wrap it up in an advance rather than a royalty check.
So
Hey
you
man,
can
we
keep
believe in
working
you so
again.
much, we're gonna give you $500 million. But yo, we're gonna need a little bit more music. Okay, I got $500 million. Nobody's ever got that. Yeah, nobody's ever got that. Of course they get you $500 million. Now you $500 million in a hole, and now they're gonna spend another $500 million to market your shit. So that's $1 billion we just spent. You think they spent $1 billion not knowing they're gonna get it back and then some?
Facts.
Of course they are.
Yeah, and
They
but
already got
there's
a plan
but,
to get it back.
But listen, here's the reality of it, right? How much is I was walking through the airport this morning and I saw the lottery was like at 250 million
Crazy.
or something. In Jersey, it's like almost $1 billion again. If you buy one lottery ticket, what do you think your chances are of winning that? But if you buy 20, you have better chances, right? The point I'm making is, as an artist, you should want to put as much music out
As possible.
as possible, because you have a greater chance of breaking through
The algorithm lottery.
the algorithm lottery.
That's what I call it in my book.
Eddie
Every
Blackmon
artist is
3,
trying to
Ray
hit that.
Daniels 2.
I'm just telling you.
I treat it like with records like it's Monopoly. Like we going around the board and I'm just putting houses on the board. Like even if they not getting play right now, somebody gonna sample Nikina in 8 years. Somebody gonna hear her song, some little rapper gonna be like, this dope, sample it, boom, got you. Cool, that's my record right there, you sample right there. It might not have blew up in 2023, but in 2031, oh yeah, we got action. You know what I mean? And so all these different records, that's how I look at it, as digital real estate. That's how a lot of
It is digital.
this.
This is all digital real estate.
All digital real estate.
They'll
You know
catch
what I
on
mean?
when
The
they
more
catch on,
places
and if
that you
they
can
don't,
put
it's
yourself
cool.
and
Yep.
be like omnipresent, your music moving. Like we said, it's digital and stuff too. And yeah, it's just it's pros and cons to right now. It's like every game. It's like if you was playing with Wilt Chamberlain, there wasn't no 3-point line, there wasn't no 3 seconds in the key, and it was 8 teams. LeBron can't complain like, bro, it's 30 teams now, and they playing out. It's like you got to play against who you got to play against.
Yeah, but you know,
I
they
know
also,
Wilt was
but you know they
stressed.
also saying to LeBron, Wilt got paid $10,000 a
Yeah,
year.
Wilt, and you getting 35.
And he had a 100-point game,
yeah.
too.
But he got,
Exactly.
Wilt got paid $10 $15 a game,
Yeah,
and you're a billionaire.
Yeah.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. I would just say this, 'cause I want to get into the game. Here's the thing. The music business has just flipped. It's easy to get in now. It's harder to stand out.
Correct.
It was harder to stand, it was harder to get in, right?
easier to stand
and then
out.
easier to stand out, right? So now everybody's an artist.
the barrier for entry is lower.
The barrier for entry is low, and not only that, if you hit the algorithm lottery, that means it's good. That doesn't mean it's good. That just means like you can post the same content 3 different times and get 3 different results.
Yep.
It's the algorithm, brother. But it trusts you. It follows you if you do what you do. Like when I started doing Instagram, literally, I know so many people that see me, and I'm like, I pray that people actually tune into the pod. But I was like, shit, every pod I discovered on Instagram. Like I'm not like on YouTube looking for pods and shit. I'm not like that guy. Like I would just be scrolling to see fucking academics post a clip of Method Man saying something about Wu-Tang. And I'm like, what podcast is this? Oh, that's Math Hoffa in My Extra Opinion. Let me go subscribe to that. Yeah. So that's what my plan for this one was. It was like, I'm going to unload the clip. Every day you're going to see me if you don't want to. You're going to hate me because you're going to see me every day, but I'm doing what an artist should do.
Exactly.
But find something to talk about, find something to do, and then put that shit out and just find your aesthetic, your content, storytelling, method, find like it's so.
Can I add something? Let me add something to that. Were you not messing up, or were you stopping right there? How are you saying create the content and how to get virality and all that? I'm gonna give you guys some game. The artists out there, anybody's creating content. No, I was just saying. So basically, it's 5 points, 5 trigger points when you creating content that's gonna trigger engagement. You either want to make people mad. They need to get pissed off when they see it. This is what triggers people to share stuff, and this is what creates social currency. When people share stuff, you need to make them mad, you need to make them laugh, you need to make them sad, you need to shock them, or you need to just do something so amazing. Think how many times you DM something to your friends in a DM or your boyfriend or girlfriend. It's always one of those things. It's like, look how funny this is. Look at this dude getting knocked out. Look at this girl shaking ass. Look how big her booty is. Whatever it is, it has to be compelling. So before you post content, think about it. Is this shocking? Is this like funny? Is this gonna piss somebody off? It needs to be that. If it's not, you need to move people out of the space of indifference. If they just see or hear your song and be like,
yes,
yeah,
they don't.
Bar.
No,
they don't
that's a
care.
bar.
No, Teron said it.
Those are the things like that's a key thing. Like I'm big into branding and marketing because I was hitting the ceiling for a while, And then being around Nipsey a lot with glasses and stuff, like we got heavy into like marketing and branding and stuff, like how important those things are and the psychological part of it. That's the people part you can't see. The part that's gets into the stem of your brain as a viewer or whatever. Why we get how Beyonce did with her whole tour. Everybody wear silver in the silent thing.
Everybody look like a Beyonce backup dancer.
I'm like, what's going on? Why is everybody shut up?
You could be in the street and you can know if somebody coming from Beyonce concert.
Exactly. So all of those psychological triggers, like you have to know those things. So when you're creating your content, it should be doing those things. You know what I mean? That's why that other one with Shy gonna trigger a lot of people because they're gonna be like, people gonna feel a lot of ways about like he said, what? Watch how that one go
I posted
up.
something 45 minutes ago and already got 330 something comments.
Yeah, exactly.
But they got to make you feel something.
You got to compel
make you
people.
feel something, but you got to have an argument that I had it. You just can't say I hate that. You got to say why.
You got to draw a line in the sand. Throw rocks at your
Teron
enemies.
told me something, bro. This shit changed my whole life on how I see music now. He said, good as far as songs go. Good is bad, great is good, and bad is great. And because if it's good, if it's good, it's not good enough to stand out, so it's bad.
Yeah.
And if it's great because there's so much stuff going on, so it's just good to us. But if it's bad, then that means it's great because we're paying attention. It's not about how you feel about the song.
Like Blueface. Yes. You can't rap and everybody's listening to it. I'm like, this is
I'm gonna tell you something, bro.
It's crazy.
I was at an event last night, and I'm not saying this song is bad. I'm just saying there were 40 artists to perform. The best artists to perform were ones that I signed. I'm not gonna lie, Sticky Low killed it. But there was this one guy that came in dressed like a pastor's son. And he looks clean, and he has on slacks, and he has on a button-up shirt. He's going to church. And he has this song called Auntie Outside Tonight. Yeah, Auntie Outside. And I mean, literally when he gave the after he finished performing, he gave the mic to the MC. The MC is singing it. And then the song was so good that we couldn't stop singing it while another guy's performing. And he performs 5 songs. And as soon as he says, thank y'all, appreciate y'all, the DJ plays Auntie Outside Tonight. So that's my point. But now, mind you, if I said that, if you heard it, you never forgot it.
Yeah.
That's why it's great.
Yeah.
Because it's about, exactly. If you're looking for me, what's up? Like, it's bad, but it's fucking good. Because it's like, it's like I always say, it's like this, it's a beauty and ugly circle. I'm telling y'all this. I only tell this to my intimate friends. They only know this. But there's a beauty and ugly circle. So let's say this right here is beauty, gorgeous. Hey, the further you get away, you get uglier, 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 uglier. Then you get so goddamn ugly that you're a little pretty. You're a beautiful motherfucker.
Yeah, you see some charm in her.
And
I kind of like your crooked.
And now you're hanging out with Drake.
And now, exactly. Now it's like, damn, this ugly motherfucker is beautiful. I didn't see it. I'm sorry. Them big ass eyes and them. Just being honest with you, I'm telling you, some people are so ugly that they are gorgeous.
Okay.
I'll give
Y'all me give y'all one? Seal. Seal is a motherfucker.
You know what? It makes sense.
Seal is the other guy, Dominic Jumshu, the guy that was on Kamora Lee's husband.
Oh, I know he's talking about. Wow.
That nigga is one of them like, woo! And then, by the time it get to, like, you be like, not bad. Then it's like, my God, he has beautiful skin, beautiful teeth. Oh, and then something else. He hit that, he crossed that ugly line. And it's beauty now.
He ran through it.
It's beauty now. I ain't lying. We can name about 100 of those motherfuckers that's like celebrated because they beauty, but they like really like.
Like medium ugly niggas. That's what they call it. Like,
medium ugly.
Those my type.
Hold on, can we play Making a Cut?
Yeah, wait, I gotta ask one question right before that. So you were talking about artists manipulating numbers and stuff like that. Is it worth it? Like when people do that, is it worth it to invest in that type of stuff?
There's a good way to manipulate numbers and a wrong way. Okay. So you shouldn't real quick, you shouldn't buy bots and fake followers and stuff like that. Like what I do, I'm able to bring organic targeted traffic. So we are manipulating it, but the fan doesn't know that we're manipulating it. So when I make the God Show view somebody's story or like somebody's story or something like that, they feel like the God Show is actually doing it. They don't know it's automated from their side of the perspective. Hey, they tapped in, they're going to come look at the content, start engaging if they're artists, etc. So there are tools and ways out there to bring you engagement and authentic stuff. You shouldn't just be out here Because then that's a slippery slope. You start buying fake likes, fake followers, streams. You have to keep it up, and then you're spending a lot of money. And most artists are broke, and they don't have that to do that. So when you're working with somebody like me, I'm able to bring you an audience that you're able to monetize. So if you spend an X amount of dollars with me, marketing your page, bringing you an audience, you monetize that audience. Now you're making 5 times what you're spending with me. You're able to sustain that and keep going and keep doing it for a year or 2, and you make bigger connections, and then you can go from there. But no, I wouldn't people try to shortcut stuff. You can't shortcut nothing. If you could, it would just be called the way you do it. Like not a shortcut. Like, you know what I mean? This would just be how you do it. So people
That's
just
crazy. Keep going.
It's
Light skinned niggas is catching y'all. I'm telling you.
This nigga right acts like
light-skinned
he's
niggas
not
is-
light skinned. Like,
I know, like he did not.
He's mid. He's mid.
I'm not one shade.
I thought I was delusional
I'm
about my
not one shade
complexion.
lighter than you.
If I stand out in the sun for a
thought I
little
was
bit, I'm gonna be
delusional
about
about my
Okay,
complexion.
paper bag test. Who's got it?
Wow.
paperback.
Who's got it?
Jesus, I thought I
We
was
come in a
delusional.
million colors. All of us black people here is different colors, so it don't matter. We all different colors. We all different
I like to
shades.
believe
It's
I'm
the same
dark-skinned.
thing. We
That's
all
another
black
story
at the end of
for
the day.
another day.
Regardless, I lost where I was saying. What was I? What did I say?
We were at.
You were advertising your business.
No, not that.
As long as you hire me
not
to
that.
manipulate the
I was
numbers,
just saying not
then you're doing it
By the way, I'm
right.
not mad at. I'm just saying. I was just
I
wondering.
love a plug.
It's
where you
but-
were.
but
I'm
the-
just saying why you should do it, and I see both sides of it. I see people do it all the time, and I'm like, bro, you just bought 30,000 fake followers. You think people can't see that, and you got 20 likes on your post and 1 comment?
I can
That's
see
like walking
that.
outside with a booger in your nose. Like, come on, bro. It's like you crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they just.
Yo, he 3 for 3 too. By the way.
Ladies, I'm telling
That's why
y'all.
I'm around. That's why I'm sitting here. It's not
Telling
on
y'all,
accident.
nigga, El
you know what I
DeBarge
mean?
is somewhere laughing and proud at this moment. Like, I have.
All right, so
No,
we
just
have
like,
a
go ahead.
really, really good game we want to play with you guys. So tell them about
So
it.
we have a game called Making the Cut.
Wait, is this the end?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. I just
No,
wanna
no,
make
we
sure
gonna
we
get
get
into it.
no,
No,
we
no,
got-
okay.
we got stuff
We
to
got
do.
that. We got that. But this is where it gets fun.
Okay.
So we have a game called Making the Cut, and we're gonna give you guys 3 options, and you have to make it. You have to decide to sign someone, develop someone, cut someone. By the way, you have to say it out loud. You can't be like, I'm gonna sign him and I'm gonna develop him. No. You gotta say I'm gonna cut
Oh, yeah.
him.
I'm saying who I'm cutting first.
Ooh.
Okay, that's cool. However you want to do it.
Oh, I love when
But
people-
we're going. But if you don't want to answer because the question is too hard, you have to donate $20 to a nonprofit for kids. Everybody wins.
Yes.
Now, depending on how you answer these questions, them kids is either gonna eat Chick-fil-A or they're gonna eat Mastros.
I've got some a scholarship that they can donate
Let's go.
to.
No, you got. I already have one, but we should talk about that. I got you.
Get to that.
All right. So y'all ready? All right. Cool.
You going first?
By the way,
You want me to go first? I'll go
all
first.
these things came from Jack Dance.
So you know who to blame.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying Jack be playing dirty.
That's he.
He plays dirty. Oh wow.
Oh.
Like for example, he just sent it to me, and I'm gonna give y'all the first one. Y'all ready? This is what I mean by he plays dirty. Lola Brooke, Ice Spice, Scarlett.
That's why I said you go first.
I would sign Ice Spice. I would develop Lola Brooke and cut Scarlett.
Copy paste.
Look at it. He was like, nigga, that was too fast. I need the
Like,
moment.
it's easy. Yeah, I'll be direct.
Would you?
Yeah, what would
Nigga
you
looking
pick?
at me.
What would you pick?
Your
You
turn.
actually, talk to them and
Yeah,
make it.
I
So what?
wonder where those names came from.
Exactly.
Just pull those out.
I would partner with-
Hold on.
Ice Spice. I would.
Be the referee.
I'm the culture referee. I
Okay.
can't do nothing about it. These are my friends.
What's the second one again? I'm sorry.
Develop.
I would develop Scarlett,
Okay.
and I would cut Lola.
Ooh.
Can I tell you why?
Tell
Yeah,
me.
I was going to ask why. I
Give
was
me why.
kind of low key wondering why.
Because
More the other two, the second two. Ice Spice.
Ice Spice I think is
got
now obviously
5
she's
platinum
is
hits
a global.
now. So yeah, this has worked.
It's a global.
The
thing,
other
right?
two are still working.
Damn, it just hurts me. Right, by the way,
Every time.
Scarlett, I think that she has a lot of potential. She just needs a little
Yeah.
development. And that sounds so like
That's hard. That's a hard
development now is thing. Lola and my boy Young Sav might see this and be like, "Yo, bro,
one. But I'll be honest with you though. Out of all 3, Lola's the biggest star.
why do you think she's
What
the
do you
biggest
mean?
star?"
I
Right.
met her. Like her personality.
Yeah, she's
Lola is a superstar. Ice Spice has the superstar package.
Yeah. She.
Yeah, Scarlett has a superstar packaging too. I just hope she stays street.
She's got.
And I hope they don't chase commercial hits. Let her be that.
Correct.
And let the commercial find her and become that. Don't take a commercial.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I would cut Lola. And Young Sav, you know you're my boy. I love you. It feels too manufactured in today's market. And what I mean by that is, if you look at Ice Spice, if you look at Scarlett, if you look at Glorilla, if you look at who's the other one that I'm missing?
Meg, sexy.
Sexy.
Ski. By the way, if I had to sign any ass one, I'll sign Sexy Red over every female artist.
By the way, so the last 5 years, the reason I say that is because, as you know, years ago, in the major label system, it's about, oh, you have talent, you can sing, let's put you in with writers and producers, come up with the best songs. Let's get John Tay, let's get Sean Garrett. I'm saying these names, these are my guys in Atlanta. But you have to look a certain way, right? You have to look like you're a model. You got to makeup and Scarlett, Sexy Red, Ice Spice. Who's the fourth one?
Glorilla.
Glorilla. Oh, you're saying okay.
And Glorilla, you know, she pre the deal and everything. Just regular girls.
Yes.
And we accepted that and we love it. And that's why we love them. We love that Sexy be on there talking about, I ain't never been told my coochie don't stink. We love you watching her. She laid up with somebody with an ankle monitor on their shit.
Yeah.
1.7 million likes.
And her money's her emotional
she had a lip
support.
gloss called Gonorrhea.
Yeah. She named them after. And Booty Hole Brown.
But think about that.
It's all branding.
Think about that.
It's all
Yes, it's all-
branding.
It's all brand. It goes back to my
It's
earlier point of
authentically
branding.
Like
Ice Spice has a
Munchkin.
with Matt Damon.
Yes, she has a
With
Ben
Dunkin'.
Affleck.
I mean, sorry,
She
Ben
has, she
Affleck.
has a
Sorry,
flavor with Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Who gets paid off for that? Do the label get any of that money? Or is
If
that
they,
just
she's in
deal.
360.
Yeah,
she's in a 360.
Oh, she is.
she's in a
I said,
360?
I said
If
if
she's
she's in a
in a
360. I don't want to put that. I said
Right,
if
hold
she's in
on
a
now.
360.
Okay.
All right, I got a couple more for y'all. By the way, I think the only thing holding Glorilla back from being great is her name.
I was about to. I didn't want to say it, but I was like, her name.
Glorilla is
sucks.
just an uncomfortable
what
name to
the
say.
hell?
Like
What?
imagine Carson Daly
Right.
on. Imagine give me,
TRL Live.
what's my man name? Who?
106 AJ
Give me a
Free.
nighttime show.
Jay Leno.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Imagine Jimmy Kimmel saying, and up next performing her hit single FNF, Glorilla. Like as a black person, you gonna be like,
Glorilla.
even though I love her, I
get
love
her name's
Glorilla.
Gloria, but
No, I'm just saying.
where'd the
But let me give you. I got a couple
Gorilla
more for y'all.
Go
Let me
ahead,
give it
my
to you.
bad.
Jodeci, Boyz II Men, Drew Hill.
You go first again.
I would sign Boyz II Men. I would develop Jodeci, and I would cut Drew Hill.
No jumping. I want to hit an R&B.
Y'all are fucking with my emotions today. I'm trying to take my emotional thing out of it.
Okay.
I think I would.
It's actually you shouldn't take your emotion out of it.
I
You're a record
would.
man.
I would.
It's your
At that
label.
time, I would sign Jodeci because they started a movement. They started an era, right?
Yep.
I would develop Boyz II Men because they had such a great. They had such great like End of the Road. I mean,
Yeah,
it's like,
they sing. It's just undeniable. You see them 4 dudes singing together. It's like, bro,
it's like,
yeah.
and as much as I love Drew Hill, I would probably cut Drew Hill.
So Jodeci,
It's-
Boyz II Men, Drew Hill.
Yeah, I think that's the same thing.
Yeah.
No, I
What you
said
said?
I'll sign Boyz II Men, and I would
so it was
develop
reverse.
Jodeci.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing, but y'all flip. But that
Yeah.
just lets me know. All right, cool. I got Usher, Chris Brown, R. Kelly.
Damn. So we thinking just artists, or they everything?
We on Dimitri Records. They all three in front of your office. You got a chance to sign one, which you got to develop one, and one got to go home.
R.
we
Kelly,
gotta take-
Usher, and Chris.
You gonna sign R. Kelly?
No, I'm
You
just
said
repeating.
the name.
Oh, okay.
I was
Okay.
reminding
Free letting
you.
you know what's going
Reminding
on.
you.
The cards on the table.
Oh, I'm gonna sign R. Kelly. I'm gonna develop Chris Brown. I'm gonna cut Usher. I knew he was gonna look at me like, "Get out of here!"
It's okay.
Right now. He looked over here like, "I'm done with everything he ever said."
Music is subjective.
I'm
number
thinking,
one. But I do judge you based on your musical taste.
I'm thinking overall, because I'm thinking R. Kelly gonna be able to write me other songs for other artists, and he's been around for 30 years, 30 years. So I'm looking at that. Chris Brown.
I'm looking at the hindsight though.
Yeah. True. So it's hard to see something from the ground up because they all different ages too. They 3 different eras. So it's like Usher's like the medium of them. Chris Brown's the best dancer, and he's supposed to be the Michael Jackson of this era, but I feel like he's still underachieved. He is that, but he should be bigger, and Chris Brown should be bigger than Drake, bigger than everybody. He should be
the biggest artist in the world.
Like, you know what I mean? He should for sure be that, but he's not. And Usher is just kind of in the middle where it's like you dance good enough and you got these hits and you've been around a long time and stuff. But I'll be like, if I took JD away from Usher, I don't know what he would it have worked this much? The producer, the person that's there giving you them records, and I'm a big JD advocate.
If you took R. Kelly's voice away from R. Kelly, we won't have an R. Kelly.
Well, it's the pen though.
He got
the pen. He gave Aaliyah records. He gave her Age Ain't Nothing But a Nerve, all them records. So it's kind of like
records.
How much? You said what?
I say he gave a lot more than records.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to Aaliyah. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just started back.
Ray
there.
Daniels, 3 for 3.
All caught up?
Not 3 for 3.
He's not caught up.
So
yeah, that would be mine.
What's yours?
Sign Usher. Yeah, not Usher.
No, you sign Kels, develop CB.
Chris Brown. Yeah, okay. Cut Usher.
Mine would be I would sign Chris. And going back to my comment about traveling internationally and seeing how much people love Michael Jackson, and that is the comparison. So Chris has the potential to be a global superstar. I would develop Usher. And by the way, the guy from Chicago is saying that he would cut R. Kelly.
Oh,
yeah,
let's go. Let's have a little more fun.
Are you making these up or somebody sending these to you?
No. Somebody sent them to me, but I don't like what he sent me. Oh, okay. So I have them. I'm a music guy still, so it's easy. When I know you, I could do it. Sometimes if you was from like Little Rock, Arkansas, I might just have somebody like, give me some options just to make it relevant to Little Rock, Arkansas.
Yeah.
But I know you, so I'm like, let me just do this. All right, cool. Monica, Brandy, Sierra.
That's easy.
They go first.
Yeah, you go first.
Why are you looking at him there?
Yeah, you go first.
You go though.
Yeah, you go first. Because I was like,
sign Brandy because, I mean, her voice, I mean, everyone has tried to replicate that, and that's, auto-tune and tricks and shit, and that's just her. I would develop Sierra, and I would drop Monica.
Okay.
Yeah,
and I say that.
I'm on the same 3. I'm on the same thing.
I hear people, Eddie, fuck you, Eddie.
Dropping Monica is
because
crazy.
Monica, listen, and you got to think about this. I'm looking at this from a business standpoint, and I'm thinking about it from how do I, in whatever capacity, if I'm a manager, if I'm on the label side, how am I making money? And I think that Brandy, she's the blueprint for a lot of people from a brand standpoint. Sierra in developing her. I think she can get to that next level. And Monica, I think Monica was more of like and this is going to sound fucked up, and I love Monica. I feel like it never really had the potential to be global.
I can understand that.
Right?
It felt very like Atlanta. It felt
Atlanta,
very, very like
regional,
black girl, America, black girl.
Exactly.
I get that. I see that.
But by the way, black women love her.
Yeah. And that's a mark. That's
Sierra is obviously the best dancer, which also adds another thing. Brandy can dance, but Monica, we don't ever see her do any of that, so it's more limited to me. I can't even think of a choreography I've ever seen Monica do in the video. It's just close-ups of her singing, and she got dope jams, but it'd be.
I'm gonna give y'all 3 more. Summer Walker, SZA, her.
I'm gonna sign. You said I'm gonna sign SZA. You said her and Summer Walker. I'm gonna develop her, and I'll cut Summer Walker.
I am signing her, and I'm signing her because I think that she has the potential to be global. I mean, think about it. She opened for Coldplay, right?
whole different.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
That's a whole
That's
different.
that's a whole different angle,
right? She's still younger than everybody else, and so I think she has more time to grow into who she's going to be, which could be an evergreen artist. I am going to develop. Who are the two? I'm sorry,
SZA, Summer Walker.
I'm gonna develop SZA because I think again she has bigger potential, and I'm gonna cut Summer. SZA just got off an arena tour.
Yes, this is huge.
Right, and so that's again when we go back to the earlier conversation of hard tickets and being able to build.
Yep.
Right, I don't know.
Summer kind of fumbled her whole stuff to me. It's like she had it with the Girls Need Love, and then she started, I'm awkward and I don't know this, and just all this weird stuff that make people be like, I don't like her.
By the way, I just want to just give a quick disclaimer.
Kind of make people not.
I love black women.
No, of course.
Married to one.
No, we were.
I don't want no smoke from nobody.
No,
no, this ain't like.
No, we were trying to be with Summer, but it was like she was telling us she was an introvert and all that. But then we see you shaking booty on the internet. It was just conflicted. We were kind of confused with what was going on.
Turning your fans off, like that's.
And I agree with you. She did kind of. She had a little.
She had it. She was on her way up there. All the girls was rocking with her, and she started.
I think she has a classic album. If I had to pick out of all three, though, well, SZA did with Control too. I think personally, but
now this one's bigger than Control.
I got one. I've never done girls and guys together, but I'm gonna do it. Neo. After this, I got one more. But Neo, Alicia Keys, John Legend.
What we talking about here?
You want to go first, Eddie? Or you want to wait?
I mean, yo, Ray. Sure.
I mean, yeah, it's like sign.
Can I take a bathroom break?
He about to donate.
Everybody on John Legend was like,
yeah,
I am signing and working with John Legend
all the way,
1,000%.
Okay.
I might.
Yo, bro, I'm gonna sign John Legend.
I'm gonna sign. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be honest. I would sign Alicia Keys. I would sign Alicia Keys, and I would develop John Legend. And I don't know.
You dropping Neo?
Yeah.
Neo got them songs.
I know, but
dropping his pen too.
His stuff is a little Neo like it's not as heavy. Like Alicia Keys made "You Don't Know My Name." John Legend made
All of Me.
Yeah,
everything.
You know what I mean? Like Neo made.
What?
Don't matter. Hold on.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like. His songs, they heavy. They not as heavy as those ones. They not as timeless. They not as like forever as I feel like.
Cool.
I feel like he got some.
You got your ass out, bro. We good. We understand. You want to keep. Okay. You got your ass out. We understand. You don't have to explain yourself. Listen, a nigga ain't never passed on the act and explain himself. You like that's I like what I like.
Yeah,
you got to explain. We support you, brother.
Somebody passed on Gaga at some point, so you know
somebody dropped Gaga.
Somebody
didn't drop Gaga. They dropped Stephanie, but still.
Yeah.
So give me your three.
I mean, the fight is kind of fixed. So John, obviously. Damn, Tango and Deshaun might fuck me up if I don't say Neo.
No, they don't. It's real.
I would say develop Alicia and cut Neo.
And I will gonna say something to both of you guys. Neo's catalog.
Come on, Ray.
His songs, song for song, is better than both of them. Alicia's a close second. Now I love John Legend. That fucking here we go again. What that album? Incredible. But bro, Neo's catalog is better.
He can write records
for other people. I'm talking about. That's the part we at a versus right now, and after you play All of Me, and you played Ordinary People, and then you played
Green Light. Tonight, the best you ever had. Number one record that I executive produced.
You better tell us.
Hold on. Hear me out.
Come on
I understand what you said. I agree with you, by the way. But hear me out, though. I said this on record. Neo's Run, Sexy Love,
Light Crime,
So Sick, fucking When You're Mad. Bruh.
But like sick compared to You Don't Know My Name is like
okay, cool. Let me ask you a question.
Like cute, okay. You Don't Know My Name is like
I ain't gonna lie to you. Alicia is
100 years from
in
now.
my opinion. Alicia's right under Neo in my opinion because Alicia made records that I also didn't like. You Don't Know My Name is a smash and Diary. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But Neo got
you right, and he's wrote other stuff. He wrote
just in general, I would take Neo his music, but if they're all on the show, who's headlining? Eddie, I want to know. Demetri, I want to know who's headlining.
Demetri's gonna go first.
They gonna let the woman headline. They gonna
Alicia
give her.
Keys will be
They
the
gonna
headliner for
give
sure.
her. They gonna give her.
Alicia should be the headliner.
They gonna let
Now
her
we
do
got
that.
John.
And
Are we gonna leave the piano out for Alicia to come next, or we gonna bring some dances? What we doing?
For balance, we gonna do John Legend first to get so we go slow.
Okay,
then you
cool.
get some party and some smooth
I'm
vibes in the
I'm
middle.
actually-
Then you
John-
go back to what's that?
John doesn't have a lot of up tempo records,
So yeah,
So he-
I would agree.
So you think Alicia will headline, and then
Neo in the middle,
Neo
John Legend open.
Yeah, and by the way, there's only one person that John Legend is open for, and that was Sade.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Relax.
That's what I'm saying. It's heavy.
When a nigga do listen, Davido, when a nigga goes from this to this,
You know he's serious.
he's coming with the smoke right there. Legs crossed, smoke is coming. All right, cool. I got one more
Last
for y'all.
one.
I got one more for y'all. Last one.
Make it good.
Jay-Z, Kanye, Drake.
Okay, I'll go first on this. So Jay and Kanye are my 1A, 1B. So Drake, you out of here, bro.
No, you ain't say
Oh.
you ain't say who you
I
dropping.
mean,
though.
Jay put on Kanye, so I'm gonna sign Jay-Z. I'm signing Jay-Z. I'm gonna develop Kanye and
Let
Drake.
me
You
tell how
out of
petty
here, bro.
he is. Look at his pictures. Look at those pictures.
I know,
No,
I
he
saw
did
him.
not.
That's how petty he is.
No,
I saw him scrolling. I was like,
knew
you
he
about to
up
pull up something.
Hey, listen, that's
He's
how
like,
petty
I'm
he is. He got a picture of all three. Alicia,
I
Neo,
was in
and-
Paris when Usher got the call.
You're not.
Let me see that picture.
Another flex.
Oh, you got
It's
them
the
all
battle
together.
of the flexes.
Yeah, I was in
So,
Houston
yeah.
at the All-Star game years ago, but
Oh, years
Yeah.
ago.
So that would be
Throwback
my. I
Thursday.
gotta sign Jay. Like that's just
Signing
Mando.
Jay.
I gotta sign Jay, and then I'm gonna develop Kanye, and then yeah, Drake. You gotta go,
Drake,
bro.
yeah.
Sorry. Like you know what I mean,
Light
he's
on
the
light
son.
time.
He's the son of them. So
Don't be Drake. Yeah, excuse me. Ray, you got the Yoko in front of you.
Oh,
I am signing Drake.
yeah, I didn't realize what he was doing. You know I don't drink. I thought he was
He
just
got-
saying. I thought he was giving a
Ice
toast
or
to his drink.
something.
Get as much as you want, bro.
I'm signing Drake. I am.
Signing Drake.
pour all of it. You just said that anyway. Like you about to cut one of Jay Z or Kanye? What?
Right. I'm highly invested in learning who you
You can pay $20 to the kids and feed
don't
them
even-
tomorrow.
I don't even want that on the table.
You know what?
I-
I'm gonna pay $20.
Oh,
Pay $20 to the kids.
I'm gonna pay $20.
Listen,
Pay $20. That's too
we're gonna
much.
buy them tomorrow. It's 20 of them. We're gonna buy them a 20-piece nugget and a
Who do
large
I
fry.
need to send the Zelle
Not just-
to? Who do I need to send the
I
Zelle
would check out
to? Yeah,
both
I
you.
forgot about that. I'm gonna tap out on that
I would
one.
check out both of you.
I'm gonna tap out on that one.
Oh my god! All right.
The Chicago guys cutting Kanye.
Oh my god!
Cutting Kanye.
Can I just ask one more? This ain't the only thing. I just gotta ask y'all. Y'all can answer quick. I just want to know because this is R&B shit. Confessions. TP2.com. Thriller.
Like
Fuck Thriller. Purple Rain.
like the same conversation.
Purple
yeah, the
Rain.
same conversation.
Those are three classic albums, by the way.
I know.
I mean,
In three different eras.
Yeah, and that's
Purple
like,
Rain. 80s, 90s, 2000s.
Purple Rain is
So you signing.
Yeah.
So you putting out Purple Rain.
100%.
You gonna fix
course.
what? Who you gonna develop? What album you gonna
what
develop?
was the other two?
TP2.com
Or confessions.
and Confessions.
I'm gonna cut TP. Confessions was they. It felt like everybody was like, we about
Which
to get
one
this-
are you putting out?
I'm gonna sign Prince. I'm gonna develop the Confessions album, and I'm gonna cut TP too.
Vito, I want to hear your answer.
I would agree with that.
You gotta go. You said you would?
your answer?
Or you don't?
I would agree with
Me
that.
too. Copy paste.
Yeah.
Well, I'd switch it.
You signed Purple Rain?
Purple rain.
Okay.
Like, this nigga in there playing all that and singing it. It's like, bro, what? Like, you? How you gonna be like, nah, bro, you out of here?
I
So,
know
Eddie-
you have this really important scholarship that you set up that's at your alma mater. Tell me a little bit more about it.
Yeah, so I before I moved to New York 20 years ago, I was at Arizona State University, and it took me 8 years to graduate.
Wow. Wait, why? 'Cause were you in a 4-year program or you were in like a...
No, I was in a 4-year program. I had my oldest daughter while I was in college, so I had to take time off. I did an internship in New York during 2003.
Who'd you intern for?
The Prasad brothers,
Ooh.
Erwin and Michael. Shout out to Erwin and Michael Prasad. My fraternity brothers, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated.
Oh, Lord, we got a cap in the building.
And Well, fuck, I'm just going to go into the story real quick, Ray. Just
Let's go.
put your feet up. So I interned. So I went to Beasley. My best friend is an attorney. At that time, he was in law school at Vanderbilt, and I was at Arizona State. And he said, "Yo, do you want to go to?" It was like Puerto Rico at the time. Like, you want to go to Puerto Rico? No, Cancun. Sorry, it's like, you want to go to Cancun? Hell yeah, I want to go to Cancun. I'm already right here close to Mexico. Why not? Well, I don't even know what it's for. Let's go. So it was BISA, Black Entertainment Sports and Lawyers Association.
Oh yeah, I know that.
And that's where I met Michael and Erwin Prasad, my fraternity brothers, who at the time they had a marketing agency, and one of their big accounts was Tangeray, and they did the Tangeray Soul Suite. So that was like Raheem Devon, and when he was doing all that. And so I was like, yo, I'm new, want to exchange information, et cetera, et cetera. They said, yo, you want to come to New York, intern? Great. So I came in the summer of 2003, and I interned in New York, coming from Arizona. And that was the year that Puff had executive produced the Bad Boy 2 soundtrack. And
the Nelly record, the Nelly record. Yep.
Take
it
your tail
to the floor.
Yeah. And he had a album release party, I want to say in August, at the Supper Club. And anybody knows in New York in that time frame, the Supper Club was. So I went there. It was, you got to think this was like 106 in Park. So AJ and Free were there, and then all that Gabrielle Union was there. And for me, coming from Arizona, I was like, yo, it was Hennessy, open bar all night. I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. Staying out. I got on the train at 4 a.m. I was supposed to get off in Nostrand and Atlantic Avenue. Somehow I ended up at JFK. I fell asleep on the train. I was like, yo, I want to be in the music business. So I came back, and this was the year that the blackout happened in New York.
I remember that.
I moved right there. So October. So the crazy shit is, I don't know when this is going to air.
Yeah.
But in like October 3rd, October 4th, it would be 20 years that I have been in New York. And so I took time off, right? But it was because I'm a first generation college graduate. It was important for me to, get my degree. But at the same time,
congrats on that. Breaking in curses.
Appreciate it. So I got my degree. Fast forward to the fall of 2021, one of my fraternity brothers said, yo, I got this opportunity. You can teach at ASU. You can teach a music class.
I remember that.
I was like,
That's cool.
word? They want me? Okay. So I ended up teaching music industry 451, popular music industry studies. And so it was a Monday, Wednesday class. I was able to do it from home in New Jersey. I basically used the what's the book? Donald Passman's book.
Everything you need to know about the music.
That was the book for the class. And each week I did a different subject. So like music publishing, marketing, promotion, et cetera, on Monday. And then on Wednesday I had somebody in that respective field to come in and talk, and everything's over Zoom, et cetera, et cetera. The students loved me. I came down a few times. I was giving out free tickets to the shows in Arizona.
You're the man.
Right. And so the director says, yo, we would love for you to come back and, be an adjunct professor for the spring of 2022. And I said, well, yesterday's price is not today's price.
Amen.
And, we couldn't figure it out for a few different reasons. And so fast forward, they said, we want to introduce you to the gentleman from the ASU Foundation to see what opportunities exist. And so again, making a long story short, they basically started a scholarship in my name. It's called the Eddie Blackmon Popular Music Scholarship.
That's a big deal.
And so, thank you. And so, what the scholarship will do is provide $2,500 for students each semester to be able to help offset costs for books and tuition and things like that.
How do you apply for the scholarship?
That I don't know yet.
Okay.
We're just getting all the website shit together.
Okay.
But it's a scholarship that helps,
Black and brown kids.
Black and brown.
3.0.
You have the 3.0. Thank you very much.
I would have definitely.
And again, that was important for me, right? Is to be able to support individuals,
for sure,
right? Who from our communities who want to be in the music business. That's one of my big things right now. Is we always talk about artist development, but we don't talk about people development. We don't talk about executive development.
I'm all about that.
Right?
Man.
Because you and I are the same age and we came up
Appreciate you.
under the same type of people. And we have, you and I have these type of relationships. L.A., Troy, Jay Brown, Kevin Lyles, right?
Sure.
But who are the next those?
And we have to invest in them.
And we have to invest in them, right?
Empower them for sure.
Correct. Because a lot of the young executives that are coming up right now are just, by and large, getting positions, not necessarily because of our business acumen, but because we're connected to the culture in some way, shape, or form.
Sure.
And there's no connectivity. I feel like myself, Ray, we're in that generation where we can help usher the next level of executives up, but we also have the access. I know Troy's been on the show, right?
Sure.
The Jay Browns, exactly. These young, they don't know, right? And these are the people that have all the information. So it's like telephone, right? It's like you have to get all of the information right to bring it down, or we're gonna be fucked up as a culture.
Exactly.
And I feel like I and Ray's, et cetera, sit right in the middle of that, and we are the connectors. And so it's important for us to be able to be the vanguards and be able to be the people who make everything
Connect. Yeah. Keep it flowing. Keep the next generation.
Right.
You can't have it
it's
die
about the
off.
information, because the Troys and the those folks, the Kevin, like they had the information, but the information wasn't widely available. Now the information is widely available, and we are responsible. I find it to be. I was working with our executive coach.
Yes.
Thank you, by the way, for connecting those
Have you
dots.
on Michelle?
Well, homegirl.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Love it.
She said something very interesting to me. She said, "There's job, there's career, and there's calling." And she's like, "Where are you at in those three things?"
That's why she get the big bucks. That's a good one. Job, career, calling.
That's one thing I try to tell people too. Is like people be focused on making money and all that type of stuff. It's like, what's your purpose? Why did God send you on earth? You're here to positively impact the world and inspire other people to move the world forward. You're not here to get money and like flex. Like, you know what I'm saying?
sure.
You're here
Now,
to
you
have to
here
get
to
in
serve.
positions, and those are things that happen along the way. But in reality, like you said, your calling, like what are you sent here for? What are you waking up every morning for to do? Those are the things that, I agree 100% with you on that.
And and I know Ray can attest to this, is when you are a black executive, specifically in the A&R, the creative space, and you get to be in your 40s and mid 40s, right? Traditionally, they start to try to phase you out. And that's one of my biggest fears as a 44-year-old black executive in the creative space, is being phased out. And listen, I pop my shit every opportunity that I can.
For sure.
Because I had somebody tell me the other day, you just do urban A&R.
Like what? Yeah. Yeah. They try to limit you. Yeah. You're only 44. Who are you going to be at 68?
Don't
you know
put
what I mean?
me in no box.
Yeah.
Please don't
A
put me
great
in a
song
box.
is a great song.
And so going back to the country artist that I was referring to earlier, it was him and a guitar. And when I was speaking with the manager and the attorney, I said, "Yo, I've worked with this guy named John Legend. Don't know if you've ever heard of him." It was him and a piano. So what if this song was sang by him on the piano? Does it make it a better song? No. It just means John Legend is singing it.
Yep.
Don't put me in a box.
Hell no.
And
Right?
one thing I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, one of my favorite albums of all time is George Michael's Faith album.
Gotta have faith.
You can put any song out right now. I bet you I know every lyric to it. I will
Except for
smash
Jack
on the
Dan.
lyrics. But by the way, what'd you say?
We got a guy that works, the guy that's on our team, our producer of the show named Jack Dan. He don't know the lyrics.
Oh, I teach him.
Oh, no,
we know that.
No. We played in the club.
He didn't know the lyrics.
He didn't know the lyrics. And he's from Queens.
Like 50,
Yeah.
like,
that's a
whoa,
whole other story.
Fire.
he knew the hook. He knew the hook. Soon as that verse came, the lips started going,
He ain't checked that final lap tour yet.
we know what's going
And
on
this-
with you, B.
But the point that I was making
ahead.
is, if it was a black man singing, it would be an R&B album,
Yeah.
right? So don't put me in a box.
Yeah.
Because I understand music. I understand hip hop and R&B more.
Well, the only reason I put you in that box is because your skin color. Let's be honest.
Of course.
I've never seen somebody tell somebody they can't be or do something, period. So that's your skin color. That's all it is. Let's go.
But I am secure in who I am
For sure.
as a man, as a black man,
For sure.
as a father, as
sure.
a husband, as a music executive for the last 20 years, right? Who has worked with John and Kanye and Ro James and Stacey Barth and Snow Allegra, and I'm just dropping names at this point.
Sure, no, that's right. Lex,
I love it.
Lex, your
Right.
power.
Good name drop.
But again, the point that I'm making is, don't put me in a box.
Man, that's the message.
And on that, that's how we need to end. Don't put none of us in a box.
Exactly.
And that's really the lesson for this. Don't put us in the box. Because if you put us in the box, that's your way of telling us that you're in control. Because we don't have the ability to put nobody in a motherfucking box.
Yeah, 100%.
We don't. So don't put us in a box either. And then shit will probably be equal around here. But
All right,
I have
but
to.
before you get out of here, I gotta ask you guys both a question. This is the God Show, so I gotta ask you guys both: do you consider yourself go-to underdogs in this industry?
I do. Like I said,
You a
Kanye
goat or
my
you a
guy,
goat?
so it's like yeah, like he said, like don't put me in a box. I ain't never been on this planet before, so you can't tell me, hey, you gonna do this. You don't know who I am. I'm only 39 years old. I'm about to be 40 years old. You don't know who I'm gonna be at 45. And then also us as black people being in the entertainment, being in hip hop, 50 years of hip hop now. When Snoop came out in 91, 92, hip hop kind of kicked out Rakim and KRS-One. Like, oh, you 30, you can't rap no more. I remember Game being 26 telling Jay-Z, oh, you 36 and still rapping? Ugh. I remember that on the bar. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now Game 43, and you better be lucky that you still able to rap because Jay-Z 53 closing out the Grammys. I remember knowing Jay-Z came out at 26, and he was an old rapper. He's always been an old rapper, and he's a billionaire. So it's like the things that we put these limitations on ourselves of you got to be here at 20, you got to be here at 30, you got to be here at 40 because we saw Diddy, we saw Jay, we saw Master P, we saw all them do certain stuff, and that was just a certain time of the game. So it's like, yeah, maybe me at 40, no, I'm not at the level of the record executive I should be, or maybe I'm not at those levels yet, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to hit those things. You know what I mean? It's always ascending.
It's your own race.
You're on your own pace. You have your own journey and stuff, so you shouldn't really be looking at other people's stuff. And I definitely know who I am, and I definitely maybe feel like I'm under valued or underappreciated because people don't know who I am yet. You know what I mean? But in time, when I start speaking, people start being like, you gotta know something a little bit. And as more that the layers start being revealed a little more, they like, yo, this guy is kind of important to the culture and what we trying to build out here with hip hop or the West Coast or whatever it is we trying to represent. So I don't say it in a arrogant way, but like you said earlier with being humble, I don't play humble. If you look up the definition of humble, I'm not that. I would be what you would be considered a narcissist. I'm somebody who values themselves very highly, and I'm going to make sure you respect it the same way. I'm not going to talk down to nobody else, but you're not going to dim my light to be like, oh, so that you feel comfortable. So definitely I feel like I'm one of them. You know what I mean?
That.
And it's just kind of, I'm just trying to make sure people see it, you know? Right. So make sure y'all pay attention.
Amen. And lastly, before we close out, go ahead, let us know you think you're a GOAT or underdog.
So I would say I'm an underdog, and this is why I would say that. So, by the way, this is like my first interview in 20 ever.
Thank
20
you.
years.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you for giving us that.
Appreciate you, my friend.
One.
That's what friends. That's what friends are for. No, go ahead.
No, but and by the way, you know, I am reciprocating. First of all, let me take a step back. First of all, I want to congratulate you for all that you're doing.
Thank you.
Right?
Amen.
Because this is, the cultural referee, Ray Daniels, on the God Show. God did.
Exactly.
I've been waiting to say that. But
Let's go.
Have you seen the credits for God did, by the way?
You on there?
God did.
Hey, don't leave me hanging, bro. Don't leave me hanging, bro.
God did.
Hey, bro, I tell people, nobody can sit on this blue couch unless they've done some shit that I think is great.
Man, I appreciate that.
For real. I mean that. I don't give a fuck how many people call. You might see him on blue couch, but sit next to me?
Yeah.
Shit.
I want to tell you on here too, thank you to you, my man, for you showing love to me reaching out to you a few months ago and you being reciprocative to the information I had, and now us sitting here
now
and
you sit
like,
on the blue couch.
Yeah, now
Let's
us
go.
being
your wife
friends,
will be proud. I like
for
that.
sure, for sure,
be proud.
for
She
sure,
was the one told you
for
reach out.
sure.
I love that. That's what love's
For
about.
sure. So I appreciate you for that. I don't take it for granted at all. You giving me this platform and stuff, and I'm gonna definitely make sure we passing the ball back and forth. You
Let's
know what
go.
I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And we wouldn't have this platform without our sponsors.
Who's the sponsor?
Tote and Carry, the bags right there. If you ever want a nice bag,
I travel a lot, so you know.
Yes,
Yeah,
we can-
hello.
I travel
That's our
internationally,
sponsor.
so you
Let's
know.
go. Let's go.
Yeah, we got
I have
something.
something. I actually have something I need you to help me do, and then it could just be all sweet. I'll tell you about it off camera.
All
You gonna
right,
help me.
guys. So
But-
make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. You following us everywhere. Like, share. What else do you need to do? Save it, comment,
Tweet,
send it to your
threads,
mother,
X.
repost it.
All
And
that.
Ray, what's the last one?
This is the God Show, and we are out.
Thank you, guys.